Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Wednesday the 19th of April 2023 in today's Mill News. This was announced in the afternoon. Mill announced long-term multi-channel retail partnership with Fanatics. What? Exactly. This is from millfc.co.uk, club's official website. Let's find out what this is about then. Millwall Football Club is thrilled to announce a new long-term multi-channel retail partnership with Fanatics, a digital sports platform and global leader in licensed sports merchandise that works with many of the world's biggest clubs and Millwall and globally renowned sporting organisations, which will enhance the shopping experience for its supporters both in the UK and across the globe. Under the terms of the deal, Fanatics will become the exclusive operator for both Millwall's retail website and the Lion store at Den. The agreement also sees Fanatics acquire the rights to sell officially licensed Millwall merchandise across its own network of sites, including fanatics.co.uk and kitbag.co.uk, as well as through selected retail partners. With this partnership, Fanatics has also gained the rights to manufacture a wide variety of Millwall fan apparel and accessories, ensuring fans of the Lions have access to the widest assortment of high-quality supporter merchandise available. The revamped online Lions store, which launches on June the 1st, means that Millwall fans will have access to Fanatics' industry-leading cloud commerce platform. This means that the website will be powered by the same technology as global sporting clubs and organisations such as UEFA, a host of leading Premier League teams, La Liga and Ligue 1 sides. That's the Ligue 1, the French one, not Ligue 1 as in the EFL league. The NFL, NBA, Formula 1. With Fanatics' cloud commerce platform, Millwall fans will benefit from learnings accumulated across more than 900 of the world's largest sports organisations and the thousands of tests across the different sites conducted by Fanatics each year. Subsequently, the transformed site will provide Millwall supporters with a best-in-class shopping experience, whether shopping online or via mobile, also featuring high-resolution product displays, frictionless checkout, and the quickest access to new product offering. As part of the partnership, Fanatics will also take over on-site retail at the Den, bringing its extensive experience operating in-venue retail for partners such as the FA at Wembley Stadium and England Rugby at Twickenham, to significantly enhance the shopping experience for Millwall fans on match days and beyond. Steve Kavanagh, Chief Executive of Millwall, said, "We are delighted to confirm our partnership with Fanatics as we continue working tirelessly to enhance what we offer to our passionate and dedicated fans. Given Fanatics' extensive football credentials and experience in creating world-class retail experiences both online and in person, they are the perfect partner to help take our retail and merchandising offering to the next level." Anna Mitchell, Director of Business Development UK Teams and Sports at Fanatics, added, "Millwall fans are well known for their passion and dedication to their team. We are therefore excited to partner with the club, utilising its knowledge of the Millwall fan base to help offer supporters first-class shopping experience, which has been refined and shaped by our work with many of the world's biggest football clubs and sports teams. We look forward to leveraging our experience, world-leading technology and global infrastructure to better enable Millwall fans to show their passion and pride for the club, whether they choose to shop online or in person at the Den." Fanatics partners with more than 900 sporting... Oh, is that the same one? No, the quote had ended. And leagues across the world, including a number of global Premier League, Serie A, La Liga, Ligue 1, football clubs, UEFA, the FA, FFF, DFB, RBFA, England Rugby, NFL, NBA, and Formula 1. Okay, so that last line means you may not have heard of them, but they're not a Mickey Mouse outfit. I have heard of them. The reason why I've heard of them, and you may have heard of them as well, is they were mentioned in when the Hummel deal collapsed because Everton had Hummel kids, but they did not sign a distribution deal with Elite Sports Group, which is the company that collapsed, because they had already signed a deal with Fanatics. So the only thing they got from Elite Sports Group was delivery of the kit to Fanatics, who were running their club shop. So that's how I knew about Fanatics. So there you go. That is it. Um, so yeah, this shouldn't be a company that goes bust, but you never know. I mean, it's getting tough out there, isn't it? With the recession on certainly in the USA. There is some. They may very well. I don't know if you heard. This is just keep this between you and me. Yeah? So the Chinese and the Saudis have started to sell oil in a currency that is not the US dollar. So I'm kind of suspecting that the Americans will collapse the global financial system into a Great Depression to teach them a lesson, and just to screw everyone over because they're pretty much sorted on their own. But there you go. But yeah, but no one is no company is invincible, and beyond and depression proof, maybe recession proof either. But it's not a Mickey Mouse outfit. They're multinational company that know what they're doing. And you think, well, why are they doing the war? Oh, um, it's good to grow, isn't it? But then that's the thing. If what is their aim? Because why would they deal with it? Um, are they desperate for money as a company? Is that why they've decided to sign Millwall up? Um, are they giving us a really bad deal in terms of the deals that they give other people just to have so we can get on their books, so the fans get decent situation out of this. Uh, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll wait and see. When is it? When is it? June the 1st it launches. Yeah, so another new club shop, new products, new kits from, well, we don't know yet. It's not official, but it may be area. But we'll wait and see on that one. So yeah, the club shop has a new company running it, a new website gonna probably be gonna coming up, and this is at the end of the season in June. So there you go. Interesting stuff ahead. Now moving on to this. So yeah, it's our Finn squad is getting thinner by the day. He's which realistically could derail our season. Got 3 games to go, and we've got a number of players just getting injured and just going to be missing for a fair old while. So this is from LondonNewsOnline.co.uk. Millwall defender set to miss the rest of the Championship season as Boss discusses injury setbacks. Millwall manager Gary Rowett has confirmed that Murray Wallace is set to miss the rest of the season. The Lions have had their squad options, particularly in defence, reduced in recent weeks. Leeds United loanee Charlie Cresswell underwent surgery to repair a fractured eye socket on Monday, which will end his campaign. And left back Wallace came off early in Saturday's 2-0 win over Preston with a quad problem. Midfielder George Honeyman hamstring is also not expected to feature again this season as he faces around 6 weeks out. The former Hull and Sunderland player also looks set for surgery on a shoulder dislocation, which he had been playing on with. So he was playing injured already with a dislocated shoulder problem, ball and socket thing. I mentioned that with Jay Cooper's situation. That sometimes when you dislocate your shoulder in a certain way, it doesn't go back in properly, and it can inflame stuff. So he was playing on with that. I didn't even know about that, and now he's got a hamstring injury. God damn, 2 injuries for one man. So here we go from Gary Rowett. Cressy, that's going to be him out for the rest of the season, said Rowett after Tuesday's 1-0 defeat to Birmingham City. Muzza also looks like if he's going to be out for the season as well. It's one of those where we've had some pretty big injuries at poor times of the season. We're at a stage now where we've got to do what we need to do with the players we've got available, and we've got enough good players available. It's a blow to lose those players. Hopefully Lenny isn't a million miles away. Rowett was able to welcome Callum Styles back to his matchday squad. The Hungary international replaced George Saville in the 74th minute. It was his type of game, just in those little pockets to open things up, said Rowett. There was a little give and go was on, and they had a shot which it rebounds, and Bradders probably should have scored. I could feel that tonight was going to be a bit of an edgy one. Like Preston, we needed to get hold of the game quicker. Indeed, but in terms of, so we've got one back now, 3 out, and that's not even Leonard. So we've got Cresswell out, Mario Wallace out, George Honeyman out, Ryan Leonard's out, but Garrett said he's not a million miles away. It's when we've got such a small squad of core players, you can't really have each player that's missing is a massive impact. It's not what we need at all. Now moving on to some more post-match comments from yesterday's game. Millwall manager addresses Birmingham's time wasting defeat at the Den. So yeah, Gary Rowett was moaning about this. This is from southernnews.co.uk. Gary Rowett was disappointed by the way that the visitors were allowed to slow the game down after scoring the opening goal. Gary Rowett admitted that he was annoyed by Birmingham City's time wasting last night's defeat. Then, the stress that it was up to the officials to take control of the situation to prevent it from happening. Millwall were pegged back just over midway through the first half when Lukas Djukovic slotted a Rida Kadra's through ball into the back of the net from tight angle to give the visitors a 1-0 lead. The Lions went on to register a total of 21 shots across 90 minutes, with 7 of those hitting their target. They were unable to find a way past either John Ruddy or substitute goalkeeper Neil Etheridge. Rowett agreed that his side needed to be more clinical in front of goal, but revealed his frustrations about the way Birmingham wasted time in the second half. They continuously tried to slow the game down, taking an extended period of time to take set pieces or make any substitutions, while also throwing the ball away in key moments for Millwall. Okay. So what? So we could have played for 190 minutes, let alone 90 minutes. It didn't feel like we were going to score. Just so excruciatingly painful watching. Because we had wave after wave after wave going forward, like I said. We had 21 shots in 90 minutes. So, but the time wasting, what did the time wasting do? Because you had enough time to get off 21 shots. So, and we can check, when we go into the stats, we can check how many shots we had before they scored and after they scored. If you want to do that, we can do that. Okay. However, the Millwall manager opted against blaming the Blues and manager John Eustace, instead highlighting the fact that the referee should have taken stronger action against their gamesmanship. Sometimes you have to say, it sounds like sour grapes from the manager that lost the game, he said after. I've got no problem with Birmingham. I've got no problem with John Eustace doing it. At the end of the day, they can do whatever they want. That's why there are people in different colour tops that are there to essentially manage the game and manage those situations. I'll be really honest, it was probably the poorest I've seen it managed from my perspective. They were doing it all game. The goalkeeper gets warned after about 54 minutes, and the fourth official said to me, "No, don't worry, he's dealing with it." So he went to have a word with him and basically turned around, let him take another 20 seconds, and just kept doing it. They kept doing it all game. They did a treble substitution where it was let's see who can take the mickey out of the ref and waste most of the waste time, and waste the most time. And then I think the bench even put the ball away right near the end again. Nothing's happened. I don't blame them. We've had games this season where as a manager you sit there and you think, oh, we're getting away with this, so you keep doing it, and we'll just keep doing it until someone says stop. Particularly as the away team. I think that's something that has to be stamped out. We spoke about it this season. It's one thing not getting in penalties against Coops when he gets dragged to the floor, but you've got to manage those games. Would it have made any difference? I don't know, but it just allowed them to disrupt any sort of momentum or continuity we had. Like I said, we had enough time to get 21 shots off, so it didn't really affect us going forward, did it? We just couldn't actually get many of those shots on target. So what did the other guy say? Birmingham boss delivers a verdict after victory over Millwall. So this is from London.co.uk. Birmingham City boss John Eustace said his side defending for their lives to grind out a 1-0 win against Millwall on Tuesday night. The Blues scored the only goal of the game. Yeah, we know all about that. I'm immensely proud, Eustace told Birmingham's YouTube channel. I was really proud of the travelling fans as well and the way they supported us through the game tonight. That performance was a very, very good performance. It was an electric atmosphere, and we really went toe-to-toe with a good team. We started the game really well. We were on the front foot. We played in the raw areas, and Djukovic, he took his goal brilliantly. Coming here, we knew there would be lots of moments where you have to defend your box for your lives and throw your body on the line. All 17 players did that tonight. It was a brilliant performance. Wow, that was insightful. That was absolutely insightful. Now let's get on and look at the stats from this game. The 21 shots. We got 21 shots to go. Are we ever going to score a goal? No, we're not. So here are the 21 shots. You can see they're all down the middle, basically. In kind of a V pattern as well. Yeah, you can see the V. So they're either in around the penalty spot, nothing really around the D, and they make a little V shape. Weird. There's their shot. That wasn't a shot. It was an attempt at a shot. It wasn't going towards the goal. It hit George Long and then it went towards the goal. But that was they had that one and they had this Scott Hogan one right again, 89. So that's all they had. Fair result. Was it a fair result? 41.46. No, it wasn't. We should have won that game. We should have probably won it 2-1 based on the XG, as you can see there. Above the red FT, 2.33 to 0.88 from this website, info.net. So what was the best chance? That was Bradshaw. That was the one that was the follow-up to Styles' shot. Then you got Bradshaw, and then you got Bogusama with his little dink over the top, and he ran onto it, and he was on his own. Just tried to. He was stretching, wasn't he? Stretching. I'm surprised he didn't get injured doing that. But yeah, there you go. First half. So you can see the first half, but they only had 3 shots, and we only had these shots. So they scored. That goal was scored. If I can click on it on the 28th minute. So let's see if I can click on that. It's not. This is. Yeah, I can't get on. Fuck it. So yeah, these are our chances in the first half. We're trying to get inside that. This is the way we're playing now. I don't know if this is affecting the fact that we haven't scored. Well, we scored 2 goals in the last 6 games or something like that. We've had massive amounts of games where we haven't scored because we're trying to just play certain patterns and get in the front of the goal around the penalty spot, shoot from there. Who's shooting from out wide? Who's getting in the 6-yard box? There's nothing really coming out down the wings because you can see it quite often. The wingers are isolated. They're basically given the ball, told to go down there and just whip it in. Because there's no one working with them down the wings. Really, the only on the left, not really. Sometimes you get that on the right with Danny Mac and SA yesterday, trying to work together. But like I said, if we play two up front, I know because you've got Bradshaw playing in the middle. That's why I think all the shots are coming through the middle. Whereas if you've got two up front and they're spaced out, they don't have to be, but if they are spaced out, you're going to have shots coming in at the angle from the sides. And then you can have that striker come out and work with the winger or whoever who's on the flank. And then Fleming can push in into the gap that's caused to open up, and they can whip the ball in, and there's Fleming and whoever the other striker is still there. Yeah, but I don't know. You can see this has happened all the time because we're playing with one striker. We're always trying to shoot through the middle. Second half, there you go. Look at that. And here's them in the second half. Now moving on to this from whoscored.com. If you look on the right hand side, you can see the top 5 rated players were all City players. You got Billy Mitchell making 6 tackles in that game. So Millwall create a high number of chances relative to their possession, with effective playing goals scored and produced from set pieces. Birmingham stole the ball from the opposition often. Yeah, they were. In the first half, before they started sitting back, they were really good at pressing us, and we're not really the best passing of team, but even though this rudimentary passing that we generally do, they just weren't letting us do it. They were just harassing us, running us down. A very young, quick team they had there, or most of them. Yeah, we were poor at finishing, and they lost. And here we go, 21-7 attempts on goal, 13-5 by 8-1 set pieces. How many corners did we have that did absolutely fuck all? 0-2 counter attack. So they had 7 shots, 1 goal. That's 14% conversion rate for them. They were mostly going down their left hand side. We were mostly going down our right hand side. Shot directions, obviously going to be through the middle. Yeah, 76% through the middle. Shot zones, nothing in the 6-yard box. Action zones, player positions. Okay. That's okay. So you got Billy Mitchell kind of sitting back, Saville, and the rest moving forward. But you can see them all. They're all bunched up in the middle. And you've got 11 and 2, so that's Malone and McNamara isolated. Yeah. Okay. Moving on to this also from whoscored.com. It's a match center. So here are the match events. They scored in the 28th minute. They got 2 yellow cards. They had to make a sub because their goalie got injured. Then they made another sub in 61 minutes, and we made our substitutions on the 75th minute and in the 84th minute. If you look at the club badges at the top left and top right, you can see the average player rating for each team is 6.43 for Millwall and 7.14 for Birmingham. Djukovic got the man of the match according to this website, 8.6. And they had basically all of their players got 7 or above, except for Ruddy, who got 6.4, and Bellingham, who got 6.4. For us, who's our highest rated player? Vogelsama. So all you Vogelsama haters, he was the highest rated player. We'll find out why that was in a moment, as we go through all of this stuff. So total shots, 21-7. Who had them all? So basically, most of the front line, Vogelsam had 3, Burke had 3, Fleming had 4, Bradshaw had 2. Possession 66-33. Mostly with Cooper and Hutchison and Billy Mitchell. Yeah, because in the second half, after they scored, most of the second half they were just sitting back, defending. Not really doing anything going forward. Pass success percentage 74-60 in our favour. Long's distribution quite high actually, 57. It's normally around the high 20s or the 30s. Dribbles 7-13. Aerials 1. Holy shit. 23-40. 23-40. It didn't seem that much. I didn't seem that much of an aerial game. Maybe I just wasn't watching it right. I don't know. Maybe this was from the corners and the set pieces that we didn't get anything from. So then, yeah, massively out battled in the aerial duels there. Tackles 21-18. Again, Billy Mitchell, the standout there. He was playing more defensively, playing a DMC role. Corners 11-4. These are the players who won the corners, dispossessed 9-9. So if we go back to shots, so Gary Rowett, time wasting. So I think we've already proved it with that other graphic. Let's go up to the goal. Let's go up to the 30th minute. So this is the first 30 minutes. This was the state of play. We had 2 shots by then. So after they start time wasting, before they start time wasting, we've had 2 shots. Okay. When the time wasting comes in, we can do that, and then we go. What have we got there? 19. They have 4 more shots. So we had 19 shots after all of this time wasted. How many shots do you think we could have got off if they weren't allowed to time waste so much? And do you think one of them would have been a goal? It didn't feel like we was going to score tonight. Last night. It didn't feel like we were going to score at all. So yeah, let's move on to this and see in more detail who did what. So obviously we had 21 shots, but most of them are not on target. So who didn't have a shot? Everyone had a shot except for Hutch, McNamara, George, Long, Watmore, and Bennett. Everyone else had at least 1 shot. Fleming with 4, Malone with 3. Berg with 3, so there you go. Now, how many were on target? It's 21. 7. And that's this is probably why Vogelsam is the highest rated. He's had 3 shots and 2 of them on target. So there you go. Let's have a look at the ratings then. 7.25 for Vogelsam, 7.05 for Fleming, and then drops off 6.97 for Billy Mitchell, and then we're into the mid sixes, and then we go down. You've got, holy shit. So you've got Romain Esse getting a 6.16. You've got Tom Bradshaw. Tom Bradshaw got 5.73. He was the worst player on the pitch by far. He got beat by all of the substitutes in terms of rating. Even by Mason Bennett, he got 5.98, and he only had 7 touches of the ball. Oh yeah. Oh dear. Callum Styles when he come on, looked pretty good, 6.2. Bit of a surprise seeing him, but not a bad surprise to get. So let's have a quick look at Birmingham. How many shots did they have? 7, wasn't it? 7. How many did they have on target? 4. 7 shots, 4 on target, 1 goal. So what we're gonna do? Not really any offsides in that game. Offensively is Billy Mitchell 6, Malone 3, Augustin 3. Romain Esse had 2 tackles in the 10 minutes he was on the pitch. Interceptions, clearances, not a lot to do, because after they scored, they weren't really attacking that much. They did have a few moments that were a bit scary on the counter, but not really. Block shots too. It's like you can't get a lot of block shots if the other team doesn't shoot a lot. So passes, had the most passes. Jake Cooper, Billy Mitchell, John Hutchinson. Look at the drop off though. So it was those 3 who were sitting back, picking up the ball, and then getting it going again. They were the ones passing it between themselves, trying to get it forward, trying to get a pass off to push it forward. 79, 71, 70, and then it drops off to 38. Yeah, that's insane. That kind of volume obviously affected Billy Mitchell's score passing accuracy, which is usually in his 80s at 78.9. Got George Saville with 83.3 off of 30 passes. You got Callum Styles, 10 passes, 100%. Romain Esse, 6, 100%. Most of the subs, Watmore, 4, 100%. Crosses, look how many crosses we got coming in. Fucking hell. Scott Malone, 14, 3 accurate. McNamara, 6, 0 accurate. Vogelsam, 5 and 2. Berg, 4 and 0. Eesh. Ay, ay, ay. Long balls, accurate long balls. So Cooper 17-10, not bad. Hutch 15-6, Billy Mitchell 11-5. So again, those were the ones that were picking up the ball at the back and then coming forward with it again. George Long 10-1. Holy shit! So he had 21 passes overall. 10 of them were long balls, which was dog shit because he only had 1 accurate. So he's had 11 short passes. So picking up the balls, passing it back out to either Cooper, Hutch, or Mitchell to get the game going again. Scott Malone 6 and 3. George Saville 2 and 2. So yeah, but let's just move on. So after that absolutely abysmal, well, look, it was, players put the effort in. The players tried. It wasn't like they were shit. They were dog shit. They tried. They were trying. They were doing what they were told to do. And it wasn't working, but they kept doing it. Yeah. So after that, our place in the playoffs was in very real peril. Well, well. What do we have here? Well, the championship games that were played today, Wednesday, they basically all went our way. Miraculously. Divine intervention. What the fuck is happening? Blackburn Rovers and Coventry both dropped 2 points by drawing 1-1. Queen's Park Rangers somehow managed to pull the fingers out of their asses and drew with Norwich 1-1. Swansea beat Preston 4-2. Cardiff beat Watford 3-1. And even Reading drew Luton 1-1, although Luton and Middlesbrough are not really on our radar anymore due to our recent results. But that leaves the table looking like this from bbc.co.uk. We're in 5th, still on 65 points. How? I don't know. So what it means, there's 3 games to go, there's 9 points to play for. The most amount of points we can get is 74. And if you look above, that's the amount of points that Middlesbrough have. But realistically, they have a goal difference of 30, we have a goal difference of 8. So the highest we can finish is 5th. Now, the lowest we can finish is 13th, because Bristol City in 14th, 3 points. They win their last 3 matches. That will give them 62, which is not enough to be above us. So we can either finish 5th or 13th in between those places. So very much big swing still possible. Blackburn Rovers and West Brom have got 12 points to play for because they've got a game in hand, which is unfortunate because those are the 2 teams directly below us. And it is looking like that cracker of a game, Blackburn Rovers at the Den on, it's not Easter Monday, is it Easter Monday? No, it's not until it's Bank Holiday Monday, isn't it? Yeah, that's going to be a cracker. That's going to be an absolute stone cold cracker, I think. Because here's the thing. Even if we do win our next 2 games, which amazingly somehow are against the 2 worst teams in the league so far, Wigan and Blackpool. Next up Wigan, then Blackpool, then Blackburn. Even if we do beat Wigan and do beat Blackpool, the spectre of Blackburn Rovers having that game in hand still means that they can come back at us and take a chunk out of us, depending on their other results from the games that aren't a game in hand. And then they're going to have to play us at the last game of the season. So it's looking interesting, isn't it? It is looking interesting. But if we go back, and look at the fixtures, let's have a look going ahead. Saturday. So there's no game on Friday, which is good. And Blackburn play at 5:30, a local derby against Preston North End. That's not going to be easy, so that's good. Then on the Sunday, early morning, West Brom are at home to Sunderland. Again, Sunderland are still within the shout of the playoffs, so that's not going to be easy for West Brom. But in terms of games on Saturday that could mess us up, what have we got? Coventry beating Reading, maybe. Norwich beating Swansea, or either. I think. Go back Swansea. Swansea are basically at the bottom of the pack, so that's not really that much of a problem yet. So Preston or Norwich, who have they got? Norwich have got Swansea, and Preston have got Blackburn. So again, Preston, Blackburn. Like, you want Blackburn to lose, but then if Preston win, they come into the chase, they get into the pack. So we want to draw in that game. We want both teams to drop 2 points. Again, and we need to win. We need to beat Wigan. We do need to win. If we don't win, then what's the point in getting the playoffs? Like, why? You can't beat Wigan. You haven't scored 5 of the last 6 games. Why do you want to be in the playoffs? You're not very good. But yeah, that there Tuesday the 25th is Blackburn's game in hand. Oh my god, look who it's against. It's against local team Burnley. Local derby against Burnley. Oh dear, oh dear. Not the easiest, but again, wouldn't surprise me if they won that. And look at West Brom. Look at their game in hand on the Wednesday against Sheffield United away, who are still struggling to, well, not quite. They certainly would want to win that game to give them. I think if they win that's them up then, isn't it? If they win, so Luton got 9 points to play for. That will give them 84 if they win all them. So if Sheffield United win that game in hand, that's them up. That's them basically more or less up, mathematically up. Yeah. Oh, but you know what? You know why Sheffield United ain't playing on Saturday? You know why? I think they got an FA Cup game semi-final on that Saturday. That's why they're not playing. So that might mess them up, having to play in an FA Cup semi-final on Saturday and playing against West Brom on Wednesday. Okay. Oh, the Blackpool game is on the Friday. It's going to go down to the last game, isn't it? It's going to go down to the last game. Let's have a look. Here are the games in May. Monday the 8th of May. Millwall versus Blackburn Rovers. Holy shit. West Brom got to go to Swansea City. Norwich at home to Blackpool. Where's Coventry? Coventry away to Middlesbrough. Oh Jesus! I'll tell you what. If we can't get in the playoffs these 3 games, if we can't get in the playoffs with, well, it's 2 away games though against Wigan and Blackpool, and then a home game against Blackburn. I mean, come on, you don't deserve to be in there if you can't do it for those 3 games. And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.